the hot spot. This is where it all started. I'm standing right now in a modified train carriage, which doesn't really look like a train carriage anymore, but that's okay because that doesn't matter. What matters is what comes from behind that counter. That counter is responsible for having served the most amazing desserts ever seen in Islamabad. The backbone of this operation is its ice cream, so I'm gonna hang out today with Umar Ali Khan, the owner of this operation, and we're gonna see what we can cook up. I'm here right now with one of Islamabad's most iconic personalities, the owner of Hotspot, Umar Ali Khan, the man himself, and we're here right now at Ground Zero where we're gonna make some ice cream.
Today we're going to do one of the flavors that we did in the very initial starting week when we started Hotspot way back in August of '95. It's been a long time. Okay. But we're going to do a flavor which is called chocolate cheesecake. Well, it's a very rich chocolate ice cream, and so that's what we're going to get stuck into first, and then we'll do something a little bit later. But first things first, chocolate cheesecake.
Okay, I have absolutely no problems with chocolate cheesecake. Rich is good, rich is good.
Okay,
right,
so we get started with, okay, you've got the ingredients kind of laid out here. First thing we're going to do is crack open the Philadelphia cream cheese, which is right here, and actually get rid of these rustly kind of things, because even though we are very committed to hygiene, but just for today, we're going to do away with these so you can actually hear something at home.
So that the rusting sound doesn't bother you at home, because I know it is.
And we've got 5 cups of 5 packages of cream cheese.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just going to scoop this all in here?
Everything goes in there.
Wow. All right.
Okay. And then meanwhile, Shabir is going to grab our Lindt chocolate is the next ingredient that is going to be mixed in there. But first the sugar and then the chocolate. I'm fascinated endlessly by the texture of cream cheese, and I could sort of be mixing it all day. It just looks so beautiful. Okay. It's just one of those things. I mean, it's just, I dream about cream cheese. On occasion, not every time.
I don't know if I dream about it, but I do have it for breakfast every now and then.
That's probably more healthy than dreaming about it, but nonetheless.
Okay, so is it common to use cream cheese in ice cream? Because
no, I think when you're going for a slightly, I mean, there's some flavors that use actually cheesecake in them, like there's a strawberry cheesecake flavored ice cream, and then you'd be incorporating literally a full cheesecake and bunging it into the mix. We're going for a little bit of a the difference in the chocolate flavor here is from the cheese cream, and you get this wonderful texture and a slightly almost salty taste when you have the chocolate, which you're going to taste later on and hopefully find as wonderful as it ought to be.
Okay.
But,
so, in short, for this particular flavor, it's like sort of the defining characteristic, if you will.
This is like the king of chocolate. So as we've tried different ones, you've got over there chocolate powder, which is made by Calabar, one of the finest chocolate powders there is. Today we are going the whole hog. Ingredients is a big issue here in Pakistan because firstly you have the problem of availability, second you have the problem of suddenly a lot of food commodities being termed as luxury items and therefore becoming exceedingly expensive, and chocolate is probably the price of gold these days. So I mean, every mouthful of this ice cream is going to cost, so it better be good.
Okay.
The next thing that goes in, once you've stirred it very nice, this you see, this is why I dream of cream cheese. All right, next thing that goes in there is a bunch of sugar. Now I know people are extremely worried about sugar and this and that and all that, but there is no substitute that tastes as good. So we're going to give you this, which is 5 cups of sugar, is going into this 6-liter batch of ice cream.
Do you think it's done?
I think it's done. Shabir, the next stage is now that we have melted 425 grams of Lindt chocolate, and we are going to now incorporate the already melted chocolate into the cream cheese mix. And if you thought this was beautiful, check this out.
Can I just like have some?
No way. Just wait. Everything good comes to those who are patient. Enough? Something like that.
As you add each additional ingredient, you can see the ice cream actually take shape as it morphs from one color to another until it finally reaches this rich, delicious shade of creamy brown.
All right, we go to the next step, which is going to be another, it's another ingredient I should say a couple of things about because it's vanilla extract.
Okay.
And the reason we're going to talk about this is you have a couple of choices here. You can either use these, which are pure vanilla pods from Madagascar, but only if you're richer 10 times than I am. So what you'll do is use the next best thing, which is also made of the same thing, which is vanilla extract.
Okay.
Now the difference between extract and essence should be noted because essence is something that actually is a result of the Second World War when they needed to synthesize everything and make it widely available. And this, which is the pure thing, was faked as an essence, and they sent it out all over the world so that the soldiers could have half decent tasting stuff. But
interesting.
We never use essence if we can use extract or the real thing, because essence is actually fake. There are some that are very good, but maybe sometimes with aftertaste you will pick it up. So we're going to use this, which is pure vanilla extract. I should use the other bottle because we've censored out some words for you here. Yes. But Shabir is going to put 5 teaspoons of this extract. We're going to mix it up because all the seeds and stuff sometimes settle at the bottom. Okay. So 5 teaspoons of that go in there.
Is this, I would be absolutely delighted to mix this up.
And that's going to smell quite insane actually. Yeah, it's actually real vanilla extract. So, yeah.
It smells good.
Okay, we mix that up. The next thing that's going in there is cream, and I'd like to talk a little bit about cream because in Pakistan, once again, I think if I was living somewhere like Switzerland, I'd use fresh cream almost every time. There can't be anything that beats that. Sometimes there are shortages of cream and the supply runs out, and in times of desperation, we've had to use fresh cream, which is fine normally, but the problem comes down to quality control, and that's beyond my, I can't do much about that.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
Yeah, so we've got the cream there. So that's going to be 10 cups of cream.
10 cups of cream?
10 cups of cream, yeah.
I like you.
Listen, there are certain things that you need to... Ice cream is one of those things. It is an indulgence for people who are watching every calorie that they're, eating. Well, there are alternatives, and plus you can exercise it off.
Well, I mean, also ice cream goes into a different part of your stomach, so it doesn't really make you fat. So don't worry about it. It's all good.
It's good stuff. So, okay, we've got the cream going in there. That's 5 cups. And then you get to mix that as well.
Okay.
You might, if all else fails, I can employ you as an ice cream mixer.
If my career
falters,
definitely. At least I know I have a job.
It's interesting we talk about that because I remember, I used to get this comment saying कि देखे पढ़ लिख कर देखो ice cream बना रहे हैं kind of thing. And I thought, it's fine. You can say what you like.
It's beautiful. You know how some people go to the northern areas for a vacation or, to the beach? I feel like I'm on vacation right now. Good. I'm on break. Spring break 09. So did your love for ice cream sort of start off as just, something that you did at home, kind of like a passion, or was it always, in the back of your head that you might one day want to open up a shop?
No, I think one thing led to the other. The first thing was the love for, the sheer love of ice cream. Secondly, the way things evolved with my job, and my brother had been just making ice cream at home and telling me about how fantastic the results had been. And then he was in England, came over to live in Pakistan after that, and we just thought that, okay, this might be a void that we might be able to fill by doing something that we love. And that's really how it started. I don't think we're mass producing. We're having to make, we make ice cream every day. And we make maybe, in summer, maybe 100 liters a day, which is from morning till night. But they're big 10-liter buckets. We're doing things the way they were done 100, 150 years ago when ice cream was invented. Even though technology affords you many shorter procedures and shortcuts and makes things much easier, But our research always pointed to the fact that, look, nothing yet has been able to beat the age-old way of making ice cream with the stainless steel canisters, the wooden buckets, and the salt and that whole thing.
So what are some of the other ways to make ice cream, you know? Because, I mean...
These days you've got batch freezers, which are like literally like washing machines. You get your mix, you chuck it in, and about 7 minutes later you've got your ice cream is virtually ready.
Okay. And I mean, it's still homemade then?
It's absolutely, everything is homemade. In fact, almost our entire menu, even the bread we bake is made at home. This is obviously way too thick. It's going to be thinned down with some milk, and then we're ready to go.
I'm just fascinated by it right now. It's just like, look at it.
and you know, we keep it simple. Basically, I think the bottom line with the ice cream is that if you put in wonderful ingredients, the likelihood of something wonderful coming out is pretty high.
After blending in the chocolate, in go 5 cups of milk and 6 well-beaten eggs. Tasty.
All right, now everything is mixed and it's ready to go into the ice cream machine.
In keeping with homemade traditions, the hotspot still uses these old-fashioned buckets to make their ice cream. Although the ones they use on a daily basis are motorized, we're using this retro hand crank version to kick back some thoughts of nostalgia for those of you who remember the days before technology. Besides, using this thing to make 100 liters of ice cream a day in the midst of summer would be, well, you get the idea.
Okay, now that we're done with the chocolate cheesecake flavor, we're gonna make another one. So, Omar, what are we making now?
Okay, now that we've got hold of these beans from Madagascar, vanilla pods from Madagascar, we're going to use them to make a yogurt flavor this time called vanilla bean yogurt with a strawberry swirl. How does that sound?
Sounds fantastic.
So that's what we're going to do next, and I'm going to get you to do a lot of work now.
Okay.
The first thing we do is take these pods, and we're again making 5 liters, so we need about 20 of these. 15 to 20 will do the trick. Shabir is going to show you how they are split open, and then we scrape the little seeds, which are one of the magic foods of the universe, the vanilla pod.
Of the universe?
Yes, absolutely.
Of the universe.
No less than that.
The universe.
So we scrape the seeds out of the pod. And actually this is a slightly longer process because we're using a proper vanilla pod here. What we're going to do is, which we've already done, is you immerse these, you soak them in your vanilla, in your mix, which is going to be made of yogurt and cream. And what you need to do is you need to leave that set aside and leave it for overnight, 24 hours, or perhaps even longer, so that the full flavor of the pod soaks into the cream and yogurt mixture. So,
Okay.
But since we don't have the time, we've already done that with the bowl, and I'll show you the result. But at the moment, scraping the beans, which is kind of fun and which will leave your hands smelling like nothing on earth.
Okay. Can I try one?
बीच में है ये
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try not to cut my hands because that would be detrimental.
We've got 6 cups of yogurt right there, and we mix it with 8 cups of cream this time.
8 cups of cream.
And the cream is in the jar, and the yogurt is there, and we bung that together with 5 cups of sugar. So, okay, we've got our mix, and we've already prepared a mix for you,
Okay.
which we'll bring in because this one would need to be soaked for 24 hours with the vanilla pods. So we'll take this one away and bring the one for you which we've already prepared.
Okay, so this is the
This
already...
is the mix which has been soaked in the vanilla pods for
Okay.
24 to 36 hours.
Look at that.
And just check out how the flavor has and how the color has changed. And I hope that the vanilla pods are smelling as your smile indicates they are. So good.
Right.
Let's just whisk that up again, please, because we're nearly ready to go to the... That's it. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
How did the idea come about for expansion? I mean, as everyone now knows, there's you have a branch in Lahore, you have a branch in Karachi. Take us through that process.
I think the idea was to take things very much one small step at a time, not do anything that we couldn't do and not overshoot ourselves, not try and take on the world and try and succeed at everything all at once, but just bit by bit. There's actually, we have a sister outlet in New Delhi, in fact.
In New Delhi?
Yes, my cousin, who I'm extremely close to, and she was doing some wonderful work helping out with battered wives and that kind of stuff. I went over to India and taught them the whole ice cream stuff.
Okay.
And a year or so later, they started off their own shop called The Big Chill, which was similar to us because actually the hotspot is some really naff movie starring Don Johnson from the 80s, but we'll not say much about that. But The Big Chill is also a movie, so we had that link, and they started off, and they're doing fantastically well today. So if you ever visit Delhi, make sure you stop at The Big Chill and have a bite to eat, and make sure that you realize that the ice creams are almost identical to what we're doing now.
Oh, there you go. There's a sister outlet in New Delhi. Who knew?
All right, we've whisked that up, and to my eyes, that looks like something wonderful.
Imagine having a fountain of this in your house.
You know, strange enough, you've got all those black specks, which people sometimes might think is dirt, but actually that's a sign of using the real thing. So now we're ready to bung that in the ice cream machine. We've got the strawberries here, which we haven't yet used, and you might be wondering what we might do with that. Half a kg of strawberries to go with the 5 liters that we're making of the mix. We're going to whisk this up, blend this, puree this up separately, and when the ice cream is nearly ready, is when we are going to swirl this into the ice cream, and that will give you the Madagascar vanilla bean with a strawberry swirl ice cream. So let's get on with it. That goes to the machine.
As we approach the final steps to yummy in my belly, we have to blend everything together before we take it to the ice cream machine. Once it's ready for that, it's cranked and spun until it's half done, which is when the strawberry puree is added to create the strawberry swirl, and then cranked and spun some more until it's finally ready. So, there you have it. That's how the hotspot does it, and you saw it here first.
There it is.
Now, are you going to sample the chocolate cheesecake?
I think I will.
Please
I'll go
do.
for the chocolate cheesecake. So while I sit here smugly eating more of my free ice cream, you can write us at flf@dawnnews.tv and share some of your thoughts, questions, and comments.